Oh,
Yes.
no, Michelle, no, not.
I always wanted to sleep with Donna. I always wanted to marry Michelle, but I wanted to live with Joan.
Hey there. I'm Joan Van Ark.
Hi, I'm Michelle Lee.
Hello, I'm Donna Mills, and we're
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 not
not
done yet.
done
not
yet.
yet.
Why can't we
We'll
ever
be
get that
soon.
together?
We probably
We,
could if we
but we
rehearsed it.
that was fairly good, considering some of them that we've done that
Oh,
were,
Okay,
taped and
okay.
laid.
Sorry. You
you
know,
girls look great, both of
thank
you.
you. I went sexy today
Yeah, very
because I
sexy.
thought
Yeah.
bear
I
shoulder.
want to know where you get these. They're tulips, aren't they?
Oh, these
Yes. They're gorgeous. They're
say
so vibrant and so
no.
kind of Halloweeny.
Did you
Okay.
notice, girls? Oh,
Yes.
no, Michelle, no, not. No.
Uh,
Uh-uh.
No,
NLT
did you
not.
not have lunch? You
No.
didn't have lunch?
I
But
haven't had anything.
a nice, very nice gentleman wrote to us, and one of the things he said was that my background was too dark, and it looked like I was sitting in a dark room all the time. So I put in some flowers, I put in some lights. We listen to
Turn
you
up
guys
on your
out there,
face.
and
Looks
you're
looks
right.
classy. Looks like a New York penthouse. It's classy.
And you don't have enough light on your face. You're fading.
My, oh,
You're,
I better not be.
okay, wait. What was I going to say? I said, am I sitting in my seat right?
Well, your seat is always right.
Oh, naughty,
Oh,
naughty.
Oh,
yeah,
and
but it's fun.
another thing that this guy said, the man who wrote about the darkness, he said, "Oh, and wipe the Vaseline off your lens." I don't have
What?
any Vaseline on my lens. I
I
swear.
Smack him.
You have it on your cheeks, though. Please wipe that off.
No, no, no. That's a new makeup thing. The little glow on the cheek,
I like
that's
the
very
glow.
current.
Is it got
I like
sparkle
the
in it?
glow.
Does it have sparkle? Because it goes with the jacket and
No, it doesn't
so
sparkle. You have it.
Yeah, you
sparkle.
have, oh my God, you look good today,
Yeah.
too. You know what I love? I love when I'm sitting up and people can see my Adam's apple.
What? Could you do show and tell
Well, I
now?
started, hi, I'm Michelle Lee down here. I thought maybe they would figure I was being a wonderful new person. Right. I think we're going to roll this back. Hi, I'm now me again. I'm crazy. I'm
I
sorry.
I
I
don't.
am.
Yeah. But are we excited about our guest today?
Oh
Not at
my
all.
goodness. No, right. Blah 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 blah. Who is it?
Are you,
Oh,
who couldn't be?
yeah. I
Really?
mean, I'm so excited. Haven't seen him in a long time. And he's one of my favorite people in the whole world. He
Yeah.
always has been since I first knew him many years ago. And the fact that he wants to come and talk with us, I think is just so sweet of him. And
I think he
Generous.
loved us.
Generous.
yeah,
I think he really loved us.
I think so. Anyway, you probably know already who it is because we've been, promoting it.
Blabbing.
But it's
Yeah.
the wonderful, fabulous Alec Baldwin.
Oh,
Where is Alec? My bro. My bro.
There
oh,
he is.
my God,
Yeah.
little boy,
Hey.
you're way
Alec,
Oh
down.
my
Alec,
God.
Alec.
I,
Oh my God.
Oh
Oh,
my God, there he is. Oh, Alec, Alec, Alec. My bro.
we are all so, so, so happy to see you.
I
I'm,
can't
Side
believe I'm doing this with you. This is great.
you know what? Yeah, and God, we appreciate it. We love you.
Yes.
Well, can I tell you something? I told someone, a writer, a famous writer, said to me, when you write your memoir, you're going to remember everything from 40 years ago and nothing from last month. And he was right. I remember every minute of being there with you and Julie and Billy Reynolds was my makeup artist.
Oh God,
All that
Oh, the
crowd,
best,
yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
He was
Debbie,
so
Debbie
amazing.
Reynolds' brother, for everybody out there who would like to
Doesn't
know.
know.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a good guy.
He
Well,
was
he got you
Elvis's makeup
ready.
artist.
Well, he's incredible, but he also he puts you in the space and in the mood and ready to go do your work for the day or day and a half because we
Yeah.
had some late film
Yeah.
cutoffs. And
I
but
was
he
told
he's
I was told he helped figure out how to shorten for the three of you. This is interesting. The three of you were here. He helped shorten your makeup time um, from 5 hours to 3 hours in the morning. Is that true?
Okay,
And
Alec, can
he,
you turn it the other way sideways?
Oh, sideways, of course. I like sideways, but my wife is always telling me, don't do that.
Oh,
yeah,
don't do
that's
that.
well,
No,
Birdie too.
don't
Keep it.
listen
we
to
did
her.
that last night. Yeah.
My wife doesn't like it sideways. What can I say?
That's right. I know.
You got to make the wife
Joni, I
happy.
love that you're still a pervert. It's great.
I'm still
Still
a
what?
pervert. I love it too, actually. I love
Oh
it.
my
When
God.
Yeah.
my book
Now
comes
wait.
out,
But what do you gals want to talk about? Let me guess.
well, I have something. Oh, well, go ahead.
Well,
What do you think it?
the folks out there want to hear about knots. They want to hear all the
Well, I'll
behind.
tell you a story real quickly. I was offered a film, and I never like to talk about what I was offered and what I didn't do, because the person that eventually did the role, I don't want to make them feel like they weren't their first choice. But I was offered a film. I was offered the Joe McGinnis book Fatal Vision. I only mention it because it was such a powerful book, and this was about the Jeffrey McDonald murder trial.
Oh yes.
And McGinnis wrote this great book. I read the book in 2 nights. I was so juiced to do this. I walked into a meeting with the director, and he said, "You got the part." Now, my agent said to me, I'll swear to God, this is how they were working back then. He said, "You could do um, this movie, and it'll have one broadcast and maybe one repeat." He goes, "Or you've been invited to join the cast of one of the hottest shows on TV. It's in the top 10. They've already made it into a hit. So there's nothing on you. You just walk in and enjoy the benefits." So I go to the audition. I pull into the gate and I said, "Where is my meeting?" And the guard said, "That building right over there." And it was to go meet Lisa and do a test with Lisa. So they go, "That building right there." And I go, "Where am I parking?" And the guy goes, "We go down half a mile, make a right, go down another half a mile, make a." So they put me in a parking spot in the furthest corner of the
Oh,
studio when the meeting was 5 feet away. Anyway, I go in, I meet Lisa, and I call my agent. He said, "Call me when it's over." And he goes, "How did it go?" I said, "I think it went pretty well." And he was a guy that would like to shout. And he'd say, "Pretty well?" He said, "You got the job, you moron." And I was like, and
oh,
I get the job, and we passed on the movie. And
Oh wow.
you want to know what the clincher was? And I'm sure Joni can guess. They said, "Julie Harris is your mom."
Oh yeah.
And I
oh,
said, "I'm in, I'm in, I'm in."
Yeah.
That's
oh.
it.
Well,
Oh
Yeah.
I'm
gosh.
glad it
Best
went that
decision I
way.
ever made.
Did you
Best
I'm
get
decision
really
the
I ever
glad
pic?
it
made.
Did you?
went that way because you were such an asset to the show.
Oh,
You
without a
really
doubt.
were.
I remember the first day, and it was a scene with Julie in Gary and Val's house, and in came Alec to do his first scene. And the minute it was over, I had to crouch down behind a couch because we couldn't take it out that way. And the moment the scene was over, and I had a break, I went right up to David's office and I said, "Where the hell did you find this one?" Because it was so obvious, so amazing, and he was so effing good.
I
It was,
remember the silliest things. I remember in the early, I was only on for a season and a half or whatever, but I'm doing a scene, and you guys will really choke when I say this. And Larry Ellikin was the director.
Oh,
Larry
oh,
Ellikin, who stands
just
there and he's talking to me, and as he's talking to me, he goes, "What's this picture here? What's this picture here? What's this picture on the wall?" And he said the set people goes, "Take that down. I don't like it. Take it down." Then he turns to me and goes, "They'll never know. They'll never know." mean, it was
Oh,
shot that way already. But he
Oh,
said, and I thought, so continuity wise, he didn't give a damn. And he literally says to me, he turns to me privately, goes, "They'll never know. They'll never know." Now I've quoted him on the sets of so many movies. I'll say, "Get rid of that phone. They'll never know. They'll never know." You know,
yes.
I learned that from Larry Ellicott.
He was such,
oh,
it was so much fun with him, and he was the one that did the real tight close-ups. And oh, he was so good.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting because you weren't a big star yet then,
Well, you
and
made me a big star.
yeah, but
You made me
everybody
one.
said he's going to be a big star. So, I
Yeah.
mean, we knew it.
27 years old, right? When you started, you were
Yeah,
27.
26, 84, 19. I was, I was 26. I just turned 26. So, but well, it was like, you're there and you guys were such a close group. And David, what was his last name again?
Jacobs.
Jacobs.
Jacobs,
David Jacobs, someone like Don, Don,
Mueller.
who was, would say
He
again,
was
Mueller.
Don Mueller
Mueller.
turned to me and he was educating me about the show. And he would come and run my dialogue with me. And he said to me, he goes, "Well, you realize that the three leading ladies on this show, Joan, Donna, and Michelle," he goes, "David says everything he wants to say as a writer through those characters." He
Yeah,
said, "They
Oh,
are his
it is
voice
true.
that's
on the set of
interesting.
the show." And he goes,
Wow.
"And you have to understand, the men really don't matter on this show at all."
So you have
Uh-oh.
no
Uh-oh.
problem.
And I was like, "Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay, that's interesting. Thank you. Thank you so
Thanks a
much."
lot. Bye-bye.
It was
Ask
Bye-bye.
me
it
where
was
I
one.
was.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Ask me where I was last night.
Um,
Where were you last night?
where were you last night, Michelle?
Okay. I was with Richard Osland, his
Oh.
husband,
Oh.
Don
John's
Mueller's.
Don
husband.
Mueller's partner. Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, and we talked
Wow.
about you a little bit, how you used to come over and do hang upside down on the boots, the exercise. Did you?
I remember the one thing that show did for me was uh, um, Don Gagne, the cinematographer, who had done so many movies. I dated his daughter for 5 years.
Oh my
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh.
Kelly
God, really?
Gagne, she showed up in like a Dallas cowboy outfit, cowgirl, outfit. She was like the sexiest girl I'd ever seen. And she was an aerobics champion. She was super fit. And she shows up and I'm like, well, finally this fucking job is paying off for me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Ah,
You
Here
know
we
what's
go.
funny?
really?
I hear from her on my Instagram. She
Yeah.
comments on things and talks about
I
things
keep in touch
and
with her every
says,
day. No, Hugh Gagne. Hugh
Hugh.
Gagne.
Yeah.
You.
You.
Hugh.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gagne, yes.
Oh, he was a dear. I loved him.
He was. I agree.
Yeah.
He put
We had
more
such a
in.
great family there.
You
I,
guys did.
And
yeah.
it was
You did.
genuine. It was genuine, and that's special too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when we
I
did have
mean,
late nights and everything,
yeah.
everybody stayed.
Witness
Everybody.
the three of us. I mean, after all these years, still being friends. It's
Well, you know as well as I do. You know better than I do because that was like one of the biggest. That was the biggest job I had up until then. I did a pilot. I did a pilot, and we were picked up for 8 episodes. And after the fourth episode, the ratings were tepid and the reviews were tepid. And we did this medical drama for CBS. And we're there at work one day, and two guys in the crew are near me. They're standing like 5 feet away from me. And the one guy goes, "Oh no, it's the hangman." And I go, "What did you say?" He goes, "Bernie McAvity. He's the hangman. They call him in to mop up the show when it's canceled." And I look at Michelle. She gets this. So I'm sitting there and I go, "Wow." And he came in. He was the loveliest guy in the world. Very trim guy. He was like a marathon runner, older guy. And he literally would sit next to the camera and go, "Cut, print, fine, moving on." He did one take. And his job
Oh.
was to get it over with and just get
Right.
the
Go
show in
on.
the can because we're canceled. That's how we knew we were canceled. And I was
uh,
like, wow, this is a ruthless business. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it
But
is.
what I was going to say was the thing about you folks is the joys, and I mean that word, the joys, because as I got older, I realized when I did 30 Rock, the numbers were nowhere near what, those shows were like Knots. But I did 30 Rock, and someone said, "What's the greatest part?" I said, "Other than the fun, and with Knots, other than the fun of being around everybody, is you had an audience. The one thing an actor
Oh, yeah.
craves the most is an
Yes.
audience." And you guys were huge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Well, at
You
that
weren't
time,
chopped
since there were
liver.
only three networks, we'd get, 60 million viewers. Nobody gets that today.
no, oh
It
my,
just doesn't happen anymore. So everything is different.
I
And
want
I don't
something
think
that
it's
our
nearly as much fun as it used to be, or as lucrative for
no,
actors as
No,
it used to be.
no,
no, for
no,
sure, for
no.
sure.
this
Yeah.
is
Alec,
for
what
the
stands
audience.
out? Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
No, because this is for our audience. It's kind of interesting because Michelle Phillips, of course, was one of the characters on our show. And your brother, of course, Billy, who I've become very friendly with. And Billy's wife was, what's her name? Yeah,
China.
Chloe. Dinah. See, I said Chloe. It's very close. And she is Michelle's daughter, Michelle Phillips' daughter.
Yes, Michelle
So,
and John.
right? Oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah,
Hmm.
China, China.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
somehow you're related.
I walk on the set day 2 or day 3, and there's Bill Devane in a chair, and everyone's gone to lunch, and he's sitting in a director's chair on the set, reading the L.A. Times. And he turns to me and he goes, "Hey, kid, how you doing?" And I go, "I'm good." I was a big fan of his. I said, "Mr. Devane." He says, "Bill, call me Bill." And he goes, "So I heard it's going really great. I heard they're eating up that whole James Dean confused thing you're doing." And
What?
I almost fell on the floor. And I
Oh,
and I looked at Devane and I was like, "Is that what I'm doing? Is that what I'm doing?" I'm like,
Yeah.
he
That's
was
very
he
funny.
was a monster. He was a monster,
He was, I
well,
but a
loved,
lovable monster.
yeah, I loved
exactly.
working
He
with him because you
kept the
never knew what
engine.
he was going to do. As your acting partner, he could turn around and run up the stairs, walk somewhere else, sit down. I mean, you never knew what he was going to do.
And
So
as a director, when I was directing him, he'd come to the set and he said, and he would go, "I'll be right back. I have to rewrite this." And
Yeah,
I
when
go,
I would
and
go,
of course, as a director, you would die. He was too much.
I came back the following year after I was off the show, um, and I came back, and Devane was there with Ava Gardner playing his mother.
Yes.
And she was sitting in a chair outside the barn doors of the studio. Stage 26, am I right?
I think,
25.
25.
7:25.
yeah.
So we're there, and she's smoking a cigarette, and he introduces me to her, and I thought, damn, I missed the opportunity to work with Ava Gardner, maybe. And she looks at me and
Oh,
she goes, "How are you, baby?" She called me baby. And I thought, wow, this woman, she knows exactly what to say. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
She
yeah.
was such a broad. I mean,
Yeah, she was abroad.
she
Yeah,
was a broad.
big time, big time.
Great
just turn
fun.
the camera on her and there you go. There you
Yeah.
Now,
go.
where is name the other guys? Um,
Kevin Dobson passed away. My
Kevin passed away, that I know.
Ted
Ted is still
Shackleton.
Te-
alive.
Ted is almost retired, it seems like.
Who?
Yeah.
Ted
Ted,
Shackelford. Yeah.
Ted.
Who were
Yeah.
the other
Ted.
guys again?
he was
Uh, uh,
Gary.
John Plachette.
No,
I
the
don't
other
think.
guys I was on with the brown-haired guy, very Irish looking.
Was it what year were you? 80.
84. Listen to you. What year with you? You
Yes.
bitch. You
Oh,
TV legend, you. What year was I on your show? I
yes,
was,
please, John.
that's funny. I was
Was
on
it the sec
84 and I was off in the spring of 85. I did a year, I did one season and like 5 or 6 episodes.
all that for the
Yeah.
springboard of where you went and did and
Yeah.
all of it. That's
Yeah.
that's pretty amazing
But
and
what's his
gorgeous.
name again? The guy, uh, the other guys with the one guy who was, I'll look it up. There were two guys other than Ted and Kevin. There was
Was
two
it
guys.
Hunt Block?
No,
No.
Hunt block, is that the
Oh,
I
he's
never would
laughing
believe.
at the
I'm
name.
changing my name to Hunt Block now.
Right.
I know.
That's
Oh my
right.
God.
Now, what
No,
was the
that
other guy's name who was on? He was involved with you, I thought.
me?
Donna or
I was involved
I
with
Tony
think,
or
everyone.
Joan, you were married to a couple guys. That's who he's talking about.
Who?
Joan was married to a few men.
Oh yeah, Doug Sheehan.
that's
Doug
it, Doug
Sheehan.
Sheehan.
Is it Doug
Doug
Ah,
Sheehan.
Sheehan? Oh,
Yes.
bless his heart. Because
Yeah.
I've got pictures of everybody in my
Is
office.
he around, Doug Sheehan, still?
I think he passed away.
No, he
No.
passed away. He
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
yeah,
He
People
did.
are
And
going.
and
another
very
one. Yeah,
quickly.
oh
Very
God. That's
yeah,
quickly. He got
too
sick, I
One of the
guess. And
reasons everybody loves you is your humor, and you know that. And there's not too
um,
many actors who can really do the stuff and then do comedy too.
yeah.
well, if you have the writing, when we did 30 Rock, and I was blessed because there's a lot of stuff on TV, and they taught me a lot. The writers there, Robert Carlock and John Rigi, and all of them, and they taught me the difference between what's cute and what's funny. There's a lot of stuff on TV that's cute, but not really that funny or witty. And Tina and Robert and those people, they were the funniest people I've ever met in my life, which is saying a lot because I was on SNL a few times
A
and
few
Few
times.
very
times. How
A
many
few
yeah, a
times
few
times.
were you
times.
on
So
SNL?
I was out of work at the time,
17.
so I wanted to be working and have an audience. So I did SNL 17 times. But
Yes, you
anyway,
did.
yeah, I know. See, I've wanted to mention all that
yeah.
in at the beginning because you never stopped. You just kept going and going and going and going. I mean, it's
And you
Well,
were
amazing.
what happened was is that I did the show, and we did the first show in 2006, and we're having a reunion show, like a stage show, maybe to benefit a charity in October because that's the 20th anniversary of the premiere of the show. But the we did the show till December of 2012. We did a shortened seventh season, and the I met my wife, I met Ilaria in 2011. So she was around for the back half of season six and all of season seven. And I worked and we traveled and we did, what we pleased. Now I got seven kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
I
yeah.
seven
know.
kids.
How do
Like
you
Did you
cookies.
manage
have
that?
fun with each one?
I
Did
have
you have
seven kids,
fun?
and I'm 67 years old.
No,
In
you're
April,
not.
I'll be 68 years old, and I have a 3-year old baby.
I
Oh,
So
love it. I
oh,
love
you
if
it.
you
I
want to
should
love
do
it.
if
quit.
you want to do a Knots Landing Redux, I'm in. I'm in. I need the money because I
Uh,
got so many
With seven
kids.
kids, yes.
Yeah, I'll do
But
Knots Landing again.
yeah,
we're
I
talking
know what
about
you're
going out
talking
to the
about though,
cul-de-sac.
because I
Yeah.
adopted my daughter when I was 54.
You have a daughter, and
Yes,
well, what is she doing these days? Where is she?
she's being a mommy.
A
I have a
mommy.
1-year-old grandson. That's
No.
that's what this necklace says. His name. It says Coulter.
My daughter, Ireland, has a daughter named Holland.
Ah,
And she has
Oh,
her
that.
daughter, and my granddaughter and my youngest daughter are the same age. They're 3 years old.
Wow.
well,
Oh
That's
my
insane. They call
God.
that insanity.
yeah,
So anyway,
well,
Right.
yeah.
men can
How,
do that.
what happens
Well,
when all your kids are in the house, or are some of them gone now?
no, my oldest is 12.
Wow.
My
You're,
kids, we had 7 kids in 9 years. 12,
Wow.
10,
Like cookies out of the
9,
bakery.
7.
you're
Yeah,
such
well,
a
okay. Let's say
you're
they're
such
cookies
a
out of the bakery.
slut, Ajay.
You're very
Wow,
funny, Joan. They're
wow.
cookies out of the bakery. Um, you have how many, Michelle?
How what by who?
Kids, one. You have one?
Oh God, you were so sweet to him. David.
Yeah.
Oh,
David.
something else. Yeah, you took him under your wing when we were on location. Where did we go on location?
Oregon.
We
Or
went to the Salishan Lodge
Yeah.
oh, you
Yeah. Oh my
in
remember.
Lord.
Red Eden Beach.
That was a time. That
You
was a
would
Wow.
time.
talk to David about you were keeping him straight.
And his dad is
Yeah, wasn't so
Jimmy.
Jim.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Ferrantino. Yeah.
Chino.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
And I made a movie with Deborah.
oh, of course.
I made
So
a
wait,
movie with
here's the
Deborah.
story. My first husband, Jim Ferrantino, who we're talking about, married Deborah, what was her name?
Maloney.
Maloney after me. So I go to the airport to go somewhere. And the guy behind the counter said, "Oh, she's so pretty. I saw your husband with your daughter the other day.
Oh, oops.
No, she was quite beautiful. And I loved Jim till the end of his life.
Yes.
So no matter what, you
Well,
just,
Deborah Maloney and I, Deborah, by that time she took his name.
yeah,
Deborah Valentino and I did a movie with Nicole Kidman called Malice, and Bill Pullman, and the director, um, uh, what's his name
married
again?
her.
No, no, right, no, no, no. The director comes in, and I'm having a scene where they've invited me to be a guest in their house while I'm looking for a home in this community, my character. And she's in bed with me. I bring my girlfriend. I sneak my girlfriend into their house and I'm having sex with her. And Harold Becker was the director. And Harold
Oh,
Becker does a take, and all the crew is out in the hallway, and just the camera team is in there, and we're naked and we're under the sheets having sex. And Harold Becker walks in and goes, "Come on." He had a very hoarse, raspy New York voice. He says, "Come on here. She's got to hear you in the other room. You've got to be pounding her within an inch of her life," he says.
Oh,
And
God.
she and I look at each other like, "Oh God." Here the director's telling us to really, like, let's not be so chaste. And he says, "Okay, so we do the scene," and I won't get into the details. But when the scene was over, she's coming out of her trailer and she looks at me and she goes, "I suppose I have to put you on the list now."
Oh.
And I said, "What list?" She goes, "The list of the men I've slept with and had sex with." Because it was like it was like so real. And Deborah Maloney and I'll never forget that we did that movie, and it was so otherworldly to be ordered around like that. But yeah, I worked with her on a film, and she's a really very sweet woman. I like her a lot.
yeah,
She
and
was
gorgeous.
on a she was on a soap when I was on a daytime soap.
Uh,
Yeah.
You've done it
You
all. You've done it all. It's
want to talk
great.
about Julie?
Of
Yes.
course.
Oh God,
All right,
yes.
I'm in her room
always.
one day.
Yeah.
I'm in her room one day, and well, first of all, we're at a cul-de-sac. The cul-de-sac we shot on in L.A.
Well, we're
Right,
thinking
in the
of
valley.
going out and doing this podcast from the cul-de-sac a couple of times
You
because
should.
people
You should.
love that cul-de-sac so
Yeah.
much.
I'm there with Julie, and I'm on the phone with somebody, or we didn't have cell phones back then. I'm talking to somebody about a publicist. And Julie Harris looks at me and she goes, and she was right. And I didn't listen to her. And she said, "Oh, Alex," she said, "don't get a publicist." I said, "Really? Why?" She goes, "Just let the work speak for itself," she said.
Oh, I love
Oh.
her. Oh, God.
And the second one,
Oh.
here's my favorite one that I always quote.
Oh.
I'm in her room and I say, "My God," at that point, she was had the most Tony Awards as Best Actress. Later on, she was eclipsed by uh,
Oh, I know who you
the
mean.
one who
Audra,
played. No, no,
Audra,
Audra B was what became the champion. But what's her name? Who was in uh,
I can't.
she was a Manchurian Candidate and played the mother, but she was too young to be Lawrence Harvey's mother.
Well, this is
Um,
weird.
Not anyway, it'll come to me. But my memories, it's a legendary actress. But the somebody look up Manchurian Candidate.
Somebody will
Um,
tell us.
look up the Manchurian Candidate. We'll pop it in there. She played his mother, Larry Harvey's mother. So I go in her room, and by that time she had won 5 Tonys, and I was like, "God, your career and all the things you've done and movies and everything." And I said, "What's the most memorable moment of your career? What's the most memorable?" And of course, she's a woman. You forget she was older, but she's a woman. And I said, "What's the most memorable part?" She goes, "I'm one of only 2 people that ever kissed Jimmy Dean in a movie."
Oh,
Oh.
yes, she
oh,
did.
wow.
Oh, my
Oh.
God.
Oh,
And I
Angela
almost died.
Lansbury.
Oh.
Angela Lansbury, yeah.
right.
She
Oh.
won 6, and Audra has 8.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
She
Well,
said,
First
"I
lady
kissed
of the
Jimmy Dean."
theater.
And I thought, "Oh my God. Oh my God."
Have you thought about that? Have you thought about doing Broadway?
I've done a lot of
thought
Broadway,
about
but not
doing these.
lately.
Yeah.
Done it. Wasn't your
I
first
did. I
show
did.
a
I
play?
did. The first show I did was the Orton play Lute. They did it
I
at
know, and
Manhattan
that
Theater
I
Club.
remember opening night even because then there was a little dive somewhere there that we all went to afterward. But that was the beginning of
I did the play because Kevin Bacon did it at Manhattan Theater Club. They moved to Broadway, and I to the Music Box, and I replaced Kevin. Then I did a play called Serious Money that Carol Churchill wrote with Kate Nelligan. I did
You've done
Streetcar on Broadway with Jessica Lange. Uh, I did um I did Macbeth at the Public Theater with Angela
I
Bassett.
didn't know that.
I did a
Big
bunch of
deal.
other shows. Yeah,
You just
I'm
never
gonna hopefully
stopped.
go back to Broadway next year. No, I mean, if you do a show that's a big hit like your show, it was a joy because you had an audience. But other than that, like making independent films has become very tough because sometimes they just come out and it's like poof, they're gone in a day.
They are,
But
yeah.
Yeah.
in the theater's more fun.
Yeah.
Movies are
Yeah.
challenging. Movies
Yeah.
are rarely fun. They're challenging, but the
Yeah,
theater is fun.
and particularly the independent ones, because the people that do them are generally so devoted and they love what they're doing so much, but they're not that good at it. And so it's not that much fun for the actors.
No, I think we have somebody, by the way. I know that my sister there went to the Yale School of Drama, but Michelle are you there, Michelle?
Yes, I am. I'm
Tell me
right.
about now, Michelle, you were on Broadway more than once,
Oh, yeah. And
obviously.
you were there
Oh,
Yeah.
backstage with me once. It was the Tale of the Allergist's Wife, I think. Right?
yes, yes,
Did you
yes.
do it with, oh God, what's his name? Who was it? Look at us remembering names.
Yeah.
The
And
one that was in all the Woody Allen movies. Did you
yeah, I
replace
know
Linda?
Tony.
Tony. Did
I
you
was going to
replace
say
Linda?
Tony. No. Yeah, no. You know who replaced her? Please, this is a moment here.
Right, right.
I'm not 38 anymore.
Tony Roberts.
Tony Roberts.
Tony
He
Roberts.
Oh,
just
Oh, I
passed
oh
worked
my
with
away.
Tony
God, this is
Roberts
memory
too.
lane.
I loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Is
God,
he still with us?
no,
No.
he's
No, he just, I wanted him to play my father on a TV show. And he was really too
Oh,
young, but it would have worked like a charm. But I'll never forget, he's doing the show, Tale of the Allergist's Wife, and he wants to excuse himself. He says he's got to run. He's telling these people, I got to go. He says, I've got to run. He says, I got a patient who has phlegm like rubber cement. He says,
yeah. That
oh,
was one of the lines
oh
of
God.
the
dialogue. That
audience screaming, laughing,
I
screaming.
loved him so much. I believe it or not, I did a play with him in Las Vegas with Milton Berle.
oh God.
No. What
Ah,
play?
oh my God.
Sunshine
Uh,
Boys? What are you doing?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I may have to get back to you on this one. Um,
I'll look it up.
uh, it wasn't Don't Drink the Water because that was the Woody Allen play. I'll think of
Odd
it
Couple?
sometime.
We've
But
done
Odd
so
Couple?
much that you forget.
oh yeah,
God.
Alec, what of all that you've done, everything here, there, and everywhere, did you have it's like saying who's your favorite child? But still, no, really. So what if you had to quote one or talk about one or one something that meant something to you, what role was that out of all
Well, I
these
will
other
say
things?
that movies and the opportunity to make a mark as a movie actor is becoming nearly impossible now to access those scripts.
yeah.
And I once was doing I have a podcast on iHeart. I was on public radio for years, and I went and did the Turner Classic Movie Film Festival in LA, and we screened Lenny from Fosse, and I interviewed Dustin. And he
Oh,
had a great line one time. He said to me, he goes, Alec, because I was complaining about, even back then, accessing worthwhile material was hard. And Dustin Hoffman said, he goes, Alec, we're all online. Some of us are just on a shorter line. And 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 that
Oh,
notion of getting material. So for me, the thing that made me, I mean, the public response is one thing, but the thing that made me believe in myself the most was when I did Streetcar on Broadway in 1992.
oh,
Because for me, it's
wow.
like if I could do that and make any kind of an impression, and it felt right to me, and that was the thing that changed my life. That changed my life.
Jim
Wow.
Ferrigno did it on Broadway also.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So that was the
That's
one.
amazing.
Now, Joan,
What?
you're still involved with this scholarship program, correct? for the thing with Julie, correct, at Yale?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. And it's
For,
done
for
very,
Julie
very,
Harris.
and the
Yeah.
first to donate and to jump in. I'm looking at them right here on the screen. And
Yeah.
I mean
Alec,
that
you were
and
the first one with her, or you became one of the major people to start it.
We're sitting in a car, and we used to drive up the coast of Oregon to this little town called Lincoln City. And some of the cast would assemble, whatever, and have dinner at this restaurant while we were there, because we were there for a while. It was like a couple of weeks, right? So we're there, and they gave us all these hideous lime green Lincoln Continental cars to drive when we were there. And I had
wow.
this hideous car, and I drive Julie up to dinner, and I bring her back to the Salishan Lodge, and I drop her off. The town was Glen Eden Beach. I'll never forget that. And we come back, um, and we're pulling up in front of the place, and I go, "So we only have a couple more days left." I said, um, are you anxious to go home?" And she goes, "Oh no." She said, "I never wish for anything to be over because
Oh,
that's to wish your life to be over." And I'll never forget she said that to me. It just went right
Oh,
through me. Well, she was such a, not
oh,
just angelic, as you recall, but just such a wise woman
Yeah.
and lived that life of this devotion to the theater and everything. And I saw her do Gin Game with
yeah,
Charlie Durning
yes.
on
yeah,
Broadway. And we went
yeah.
out afterward. And she's a person who, boy, I could have used her advice over the last 20 years. But anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
now you're all in
remember?
LA. You're
Yeah.
all in LA, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
do you remember why we went to Oregon?
I thought to shoot
Yeah,
exteriors for the show.
they had the Olympics,
It
wasn't
was the
it?
Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was the Olympics, and everybody was afraid that the streets were going to be clogged and there would be traffic jams and we wouldn't be able to get to the studio and it would be a mess and everything. So they moved the whole production out of town for however long the
We were there more than
year.
a month,
Yeah, we were there a while.
couple of months there.
And that's not the case like this last time around.
No,
Uh,
it wasn't.
Do me a
Everybody said the
favor.
traffic was
Click on
great.
that light behind you. Hold on one second. Come here. Click on that light. The one to the far left. No, the
Oh,
middle one.
God, it's one of the little
Is
children.
that a
Middle one. Hit it.
child?
Wait. Can you hit it?
That's a
Why
child.
aren't you hitting it? No, the middle one. Snap it up. There we go. Come here. We're gonna turn on some lights
oh.
here. Come
Look
over
at
here.
this cutie.
Look at
Oh
this guy.
my God. Look at that hairdo. Look
Hi,
at that hair.
This is my son
Hey,
Romeo. Who?
Romeo.
This is my son Romeo. I said, either you're gonna push my wheelchair, or you're gonna become a huge movie star and pay all my bills when I'm old. What are you gonna do? Second one. You'll be a movie star.
Movie
This
star.
kid, so
A
this
movie.
kid, all my sons have got some nutty gift, comedy, so forth. But this one here, my nickname for him is Alain Delon. He's going to be the biggest movie star in the world. Come over here and say hi
Oh,
to my friends. What are
What
you
a,
doing?
what
You
a
stealing
cutie.
my money from my drawer? Get over here. Say hi to everybody. I'm doing a show right now. I just put your face in. So, what kind of movies you want to do? Action films, dramas, comedy? You want to kiss the girl? Stop. I know the answer to that question. Comedy.
yeah.
You want to do comedy? He's got 20 girlfriends at school, this guy.
whoa,
20.
I can
I wouldn't
tell.
doubt it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Yeah,
right, get
and
out of here while I'm doing my
look at
show.
that face.
I love you. I know he's such a
Yes,
kid. He's
yeah,
such a kid.
that's oh
What a,
my.
How
what a
many kids
cutie.
now? 12, did you say, or eight? Eight
I have
children?
8, including Ireland, but here with their mother, I have 7. I
Yeah.
have Carmen. Oh, here are my kids' names: Carmen Gabriela, Rafael Tomas, Leonardo Angel, Romeo Alejandro, uh, um, uh, Eduardo Paul Lucas, uh, Maria Lucia Victoria, and Ilaria Catalina Irena. When we had the last baby, I said, "Do you think we could name one kid with like a clearly American name, like Chase Manhattan Baldwin or Laura Ashley Baldwin or something?"
Fifth Avenue.
I mean, you're not
Yes.
Italian or anything, are you?
No, my wife is from the United States, but she grew up in Spain.
Ah,
She
Oh
was
man,
born here and spent pretty much half She went back and forth all the time. She spent half of her academic career in Spain.
Who's
Wow.
the one, you or your wife, who wanted children?
Um, Well, I mean, I had a tough divorce and a tough custody battle from my daughter Ireland, and that was very painful. And I
Yeah.
worked very hard. Don't want to delve into that too much because that's in the past, but worked very hard to be in my daughter's life. And now we have a great relationship, for quite a while now. But it was tough when she was young. She was, I had a therapist say to me, he said, uh, I don't want to use the wrong words here, but they said, she's been pressured not to communicate with you, and the line was, and she hopes you'll understand. And when they
Oh,
said that, I was like, wow. And sure enough, it took a while, but then I got remarried, and we had one kid, two kids. We had a girl and a boy, which was perfect. And I said, oh, this is great, but by the time the baby got to be like a year and a half, we were like, let's have one more baby. You know what I mean?
and call it
Oh,
And then we had a
a la
fourth one.
marinara.
You
A la
what?
marinara. Come here, darling. Come,
Yeah,
come to
no,
Papa.
yes. I had kids because we love kids. We love kids. And these kids our kids they go to school in Brooklyn. And I drive them to Brooklyn every morning to drop them off in
Oh,
school.
love
And then
it.
somebody who works for us picks up the kids at 3:30. But I drive them, and the issue is we live in Manhattan and there's schools in Brooklyn. So their friendships are not as
Yeah.
easy to facilitate. We do it, but it's not easy. So they formed this whole gang. They're a gang, my kids. You walk in here and they're like it's going to be West Side Story. They're going to rumble with you in
I
the
can
park.
imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah. My
you
da
can't imagine.
my daughter wants to have four. And I'm like,
what?
whoa, four.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
what does she do?
she's not doing anything right now except being a mommy.
She's a mom.
She
Great, that's
won't
good.
let that kid out of her arms. I swear to you.
Okay.
Oh, I
He
love
is
it.
Now,
attached to
Joni,
her.
where's your kids?
Yeah, but she was
Vanessa,
before that. She was working in hospital. Well, she modeled for a long time, and then she was
She was a
working.
model?
Oh yeah,
No, you're
yeah.
kidding.
She's 6 foot. What? I forgot. How
No,
tall?
no, she's 5'11" and beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
what
She's
else? What
beautiful?
else?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How could that be? How
I
could that be?
unfortunately had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, Joni, where are your
Yes.
kids?
Well, Vanessa, only one. She is here, there, and everywhere. Has had done many shows. She was up for one of the awards for animation. She's done tons of animation. She has a studio, a voiceover studio, right in her apartment, and is working all the from dawn till dark, and has been very, very busy and very, very successful. And we're
Wow.
prouder than we can imagine. But
And where's the
uh,
old man?
he's in the bedroom now, probably taking a nap. I don't know. He was NBC News, a reporter and an
I
anchor
remember.
forever.
Yeah.
Oh
Then
yeah,
I know John. I
I'm sure
remember
you would.
John. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, the irascible John.
Yeah.
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 You're
Right.
right.
We love him. The girls love.
Uh,
Yeah.
look
Now,
out! Look
ladies,
out!
let me just say, because I gotta go feed my kids now. Uh, I have to go throw them some raw meat and some vegetables.
Yeah, right.
Um, the I want you to know, number one, I'm very grateful to you for inviting me to do this
Oh,
because, again, for me, I wrote my memoir and everything was vivid back then in the beginning. The beginning was vivid to me. What I
Yeah.
did, what I didn't do. I worked with this one, I worked with that one. And probably right around when I was, I don't know, 40. So that's 1998. I realize that my memory starts to blur and I hardly remember anything I've done in the last 10 years. I don't remember any of it. I'll see a movie and I'll go, oh shit, I remember that. And I don't remember it, but I remember all of that back then. And I remember it being, I was so lucky. I was very lucky. And
No, you're special. You're special.
Yeah.
yeah. How many times did I lay in bed at night contemplating how to get rid of Paul Stanley so I could have Lisa to myself in real life.
Oh,
Here you go, Michelle.
God,
I
I
thought, I gotta
remember
get this
that.
guy near a cliff. I gotta get him near a really steep cliff or something. I gotta get rid of him because I gotta have Lisa. She was so cute and so pretty. And I
We
was in
are,
love with Lisa
yeah,
and her mom.
oh, yes, yeah. We are waiting to have her on. She and her husband had written a book, and apparently they want to wait to come on to be able to promote
She's
that.
married to the music star.
Yeah.
I'm
She,
being a blank on it.
Yeah, I was just going to say that was a multiple blank, a
We're gonna blank
multiple.
on it.
Clint
Oh, that
Black.
was a
Clint
that was a
Clint
Black.
royal
Black.
flush. There you go. Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
You
welcome.
say you think your memory's shot. Your memory's not shot, hon. Clint Black is her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she have kids?
I think she has one daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And
Amazing.
Yeah.
her
And they,
mom was
yeah.
such a character.
Yeah.
What a character.
Do you know that a
Yeah.
funny thing? I went to Chat GPT to, look up stuff, certain storylines on the show that I didn't remember, I wasn't sure about, and I asked about you, and it said that you were married to Nicolette.
Nicolette who?
No, Sheridan.
Sheridan?
Sheridan. That's what
Me?
Chat said. Yes. And I
No.
said,
I would
that
have married
can't be
Nick. But let me
right.
let me tell you this. I'm going to end with this, and I hope you all appreciate this, and that is, um, this is my feeling, and I hope you understand, all of you. And I'll say this as politely as I can. So in my deck of memories of the three of you, I'm going to say I always wanted to sleep with Donna. I always wanted to marry Michelle, but I wanted to live with Joan. That makes sense.
Oh.
I wanted to
Oh,
My
sleep with
God.
one, marry
and
the other, but live with Joni.
we
Oh.
all would have said
Oh my
yes to
God.
you.
She's gonna cry. She's
Oh,
gonna cry.
get her out of here. Get her out of here. Oh,
I had the
Alex.
most fun with you guys. That was the greatest time of my life in the beginning. Everything in the beginning was fun and new
I
and
agree, yeah,
fresh.
because it was that, and it was genuine and real and special. And there's nothing that will
And we
ever
all loved you
break up.
so much.
Yeah,
Still
for
do.
sure, for sure,
Well,
for
I'll
sure.
say this to you. Thanks for having me on. But when Lisa comes on,
Yeah.
let me know and I'll sneak in and I'll call in.
Yes, yes.
I'll
That would
come
be
Good.
in
Okay.
fabulous.
and I'm going to say, what does Clint Black have that I don't have? I mean, come on.
Yeah, right.
And
That's
I want to
it.
say, Lisa, come on. You wanted to have 7 children, didn't you? Come on.
Oh, I don't think
God,
so. Mm-mm.
no, not a true.
My love to you all.
Love you too, honey.
What's dad gonna make for dinner? That's all I want to know.
I
For,
have someone
for
that cooks dinner for my kids.
oh, okay, so the hell with that.
I just eat off my kids' plates. That's all I do.
All right, all
Oh.
right.
So I'm a real dad.
Alec,
I
we
take care
love
of
you
them.
so
I
much. You
love
can't
you all,
imagine.
Michelle. I love
Love
you.
you.
You crazy broads. I love you, and I'll talk to you down the road.
Yes,
Okay.
you
All
will for
right.
sure. To be
Ciao.
continued.
To
To
be
be
continued. Ciao.
continued.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.